And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Stanford's offense comes onto the field first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Works the middle of the field. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Branson. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab and there's room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking to fire. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's 4. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
All right, the offense wanted a first down there, but they got the completion, and now it sets up a 4th down situation where it's manageable. I can accomplish it, and yes, I'm going for it.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So Georgia Tech's offense will have its first possession of the game. Looking to pass, it's King. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I love the play call on 3rd down. You're trying to get the running back involved on a screen pass. You just got to get it better executed. They couldn't block it good enough up front, and now they're facing 4th.
The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Ford. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds his big tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And the Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 35, he's open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Georgia Tech had great moments a season ago. Now to look for consistency, and to do that, Brent Key has certainly bolstered the talent on this roster.
He has, and one thing Brent Key is always preaching is physicality and dominance, especially in the trenches. So that's an area, David, I expect Georgia Tech once again to be really good.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch them, their offense really evolve, and they've done a great job with blending different types of offense with a running quarterback, and it's a fun offense to watch.
The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's King. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. Buys a little time with his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the 1st down.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ford. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Finds a little space. Get all you can. They get down with the slide.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Gobranson. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ford. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down.
Yeah, and a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
One of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Off play action on 1st down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. He'll take it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Branson. Got his man. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice 2nd down defense there that time. It looked like the defense was anticipating the drag route that time. We saw they were able to rally to the ball, get him down on the ground. It now sets up 3rd down in the red zone. Let's see what they do here.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Cardinal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, it's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that 1st down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete.
The pass on first down, complete via the screen. Picks up 7. Brings up second down.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Stockton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The give to the back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's King. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Gobranson. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive, he can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Williams. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throws for the tight end. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Offside. Defense.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Gulbranson. Got his man on the outside. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Lost to throw again. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. First play of the drive wants to throw. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The lone back's got it. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. To the air, it's King. Fierce the pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's King. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Turns it on in midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Good enough.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Caught over the middle. It's Rivers. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
And the Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Dropping back, it's Gobranson. Finds his man in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. To the air, it's King. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
2nd down coming up.
Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Gulbranson. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
That last completion still leaving them with a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. It's caught. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Stanford comes up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Let's see what the offense dials up on third and goal. Back to throw, it's Gulbranson. Trying to bull his way in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Stanford! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
After the touchdown, if they could get this 2, we'll have a tie ball game. Looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Ford. He's not gonna make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Haynes. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back to pass, it's King. Got his man in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
That's caught. It's Stockton. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the big fella to the corner. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. The inside handoff.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. They go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Back to throw, it's King. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. On the run, it's Haynes. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
Between the uprights, it's good. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them, a 5-point lead here in the 4th.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. To the ground with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Oh, it's a reverse. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Klein play action. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways. They haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play that's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Looking for a man. It's Branson. Got his man downfield. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. You saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the fourth. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking to throw, it's King. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haynes. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The play action fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Rutherford. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. He'll bring it out. It's Ford. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw, it's Gobranson. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We got to take some shots, put some pressure on the defense.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Catch in the middle. It's 4. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. It's caught. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats.